Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome to another video that only 6 people are going to watch from the Thrift Store Prepper. And today we've got a short, sweet, another boring video that you're going to scratch your eyes out and wonder why you even pressed on the click to watch in the first place. But we've got a little unbagging. We haven't done an unbagging video in quite some time. Something I've got taken my foot off the pedal a little bit, and since my last top up I have had to delve into my pantry a little bit, and we've also done a little bit of rearranging, made some space for some more items. So today I happen to be fortunate or not fortunate to arrive at work almost 40 minutes early, which was surprising. I left at the same time, but for one day simulated reality was on my side, and the buses and the streetcars all ran on time, and I ended up with a little time on my hands to kill. So as there is a Dollarama within 5 minutes walk from my work, I popped in there, and I had my handy bag already shoved in my workday bag that I carry my keys and phone and smokes and stuff in. So I keep a bag handy for emergencies if I ever need to carry anything. So I had it ready, and I figured, you know what, let's go into the Dollarama, see what we can get in 10 minutes. So I filled the bag. As you can see, it's quite a heavy one, and this is what I'm calling a sensible 20, or a Sensi 20, if you're looking for a little gimmicky, quirky catchphrase that may catch on if this channel ever grows and we get lots and lots of followers who start speaking in their own kind of language or whatever. And I'm kind of rambling a little bit there, so we'll cut that shit off before we get too far and look what we've got in our bag. So without further ado, let's move this to the side actually to make some space, and it will come as almost no surprise that the first item we've got is your friend and mine, ramen noodles. So let's get OCD and organize them into color. So we picked up 10 packets of ramen noodles, and this worked out at $2. 5 a piece, and as you can see, they've kind of got a bit crushed already, but that's good. It's going to save us time in the long run. So there we go. Our first item is our stable ramen noodles. So there we go. We've got 10 ramen noodles there, and the next items we've got is going to be all canned items, and that's why I'm calling this a Sensi 20. It is because, you know, unlike previous hauls, I bought a lot of like Zoom Zooms and Wham Whams, my kind of candy, and my chips, and certainly sometimes things for demonstration purposes or examples of things you can buy. But this is actually a $20 top up, but it is going into my hamper, or my pantry rather, and it's going to stay there for emergency purposes. So what I've done is I just tried to get as much as I can for $20, and already we've got 10 ramen noodles, and this is what we've got next. So my expensive item in this case was 2 cans of the Mario's cooked ham, and you know, I'm pretty sure you've seen these items before if you follow the Thrift Store Prepper, but these are $3 each, and there's supposedly 6 portions in here, so I don't know if that is accurate or if you could actually live off a day. But you know, if you had to, I'm pretty sure you could cut each can into 3, and that would give you, you know, 1, 2, 3, 9 portions if need be. So we've got 9 portions to go with 10 ramen, and I'm pretty sure if you wanted to, you could sort of scrape and scrape and make enough so you have enough ham that you can chop up, that you can put with your ramen for your meal per day. And that's going to be supplemented with the canned items and the other canned items. So let's just move the camera a little bit so we've got more room. And pork and beans, and we've actually got brand name pork and beans. So Heinz beans, you know, you can't really go wrong with those. They are very stable, and there's, you know, kind of a certain hobo quality, I guess, to pork and beans. And if you want to look at it in the French, because we are in Canada, lard et sauce tomate. There we go. So pork and beans sounds so much better. So I picked up 5 cans of these. These were $1 a piece, and as you can see, proportion, we've got 8 grams of protein, so that's per 125 milliliters, and it's a 398 milliliter can. So what have we got? That's going to be just over 3 servings there, so that's going to give us like 24, maybe 25 grams of protein, and it's going to give us about 450 calories. So, you know, combining your beans with some ham and some ramen, you're going to get a bit of a calorie count. So the other item we got, some good old Boyardee mini raviolis, and I picked these over the beefaroni, which they also had for $1 a piece. And the reason why, you got more iron. You get 15% iron in this, where you only got 10% in the beefaroni. I don't know why, but again, it's a 425 gram can, and it's going to give you 2 servings. And, you know, Boyardee mini ravioli, what more can I say about it? You know, it's not a bad item to have. And again, this is stuff, this cooks, that you can just crack open with a can opener and eat from the can if you need be. So the other item I got was some SpaghettiOs, just again for the sheer novelty factor of it. And, you know, you got to have some SpaghettiOs in your prepper pantry, I feel, for survival purposes. So I got 2 cans of those. So let's pile everything up so you can kind of see exactly what we've got and how much food we picked up for $20.25 with tax. So maybe not, you know, the largest haul in the world, but there's certainly quite a lot of food here. So there you go, and there's one more can of that, and the last can of Boyardee I dropped on the floor. So there you go. I mean, and that gives you an idea that $20, that's, you know, not a lot of money to be spending in this day and age. And certainly, you know, if you were on an extremely tight budget, you're a student, you're living in a van, maybe, you know, I don't know if we have any people who are van dwellers or live the van lifestyle and travel around. But again, this is all stuff you don't need to be cooking. We've shown you many times how little amount of water you need to rehydrate a ramen noodle. I think this, yeah, you can just rip that open. So the only thing you'd really need is a can opener for your beans and raviolis. But, you know, if you really did have to feed yourself for 1 week on $20, there's at least, you know, one good meal. As I say, if you combined a ramen with a bean and a portion of a ham, it's not going to be winning any Michelin star awards or being put on Rate My Plate for appetizing looks, but it's going to fill you up. It's going to give you some protein. It's going to give you, certainly the beans are going to give you some fiber and a few vitamins. So it's not necessarily all junk food. And, you know, ham is very processed, and there's going to be some MSG in here. But this is, you know, we're talking about survival purposes and maybe feeding ourselves for very, very little amount of money. So, you know, like I said, if you're someone who is a student and you've only got a little bit of cash to feed yourself a week, $20 here, look, you've got 12 cans of canned food, we've got 10 ramen, and we've got two big tins of ham. So I'm going to put all this into the pantry, and as you know, we've got a little bit of space, and we're going to spend the next few weeks maybe topping this up and filling up and seeing what other goodies we can find and fill up. So I'm going to cut it off there. There's not much else I can really tell you about this. So this was a Sensi 20. This was a shit video production for the Thrift Store Prepper. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.